This is the TJ show, and I'm very invested in the new Mario Brothers movie because the first one, unexpectedly, as I was watching it with my kids, made me tear up just a little bit.
It's great. It's fabulous.
And
it's amazing.
You know the part, because who couldn't feel something?
The star part, right?
The star part. That teared me up a little bit.
Yeah, that triggers for sure.
And my kids loved it. Everyone loved it. And so now this one is I'm a little nervous, although I think the first movie got slammed by the critics and the audience loved it.
Yes.
And this was Rotten Tomatoes. I think they had a pretty low score in the first movie.
It's true. It was in the 40s.
And the critics were, they're not fun, I guess, right?
No, they're a bunch of joy kills.
Right, and the audience gave it like a 90+%.
But also the movie made like a billion dollars.
They got a lot of coins.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. And now this movie's similar. The critics don't like it. You would think they'd like give them a little extra positive something based on the first one, but that made me a little nervous since it just came out yesterday. And by the way, Kenny saw it. We're going to get his review.
Yep.
How is the audience score doing?
The audience score is 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's going to do great.
That's my boy.
It's gonna do great.
Mario, Luigi, even Yoshi is in this one.
2% for critics. The critics still hate it, but yeah, it's almost exactly like the first movie.
Oh, it's so exciting. Yeah, this is one that I'm going to have to get to the theater for. I made the mistake of waiting for the other one to come to streaming. What was I thinking?
I don't know.
I'm a Mario kid. It was a part of my childhood. You too.
You should take the girls to go see Mario. I think they would really enjoy it. And I like to go to the movies.
Absolutely. I found out something really weird about Kenny. I didn't realize this. He tries to sit in the front row.
Yeah, you didn't know this? That's why whenever he invites me, J-Bo, you want to go see a movie? I'm like, bro, I'm not sitting in the front row.
Yeah, that is so strange to me. And so last night, jam-packed theater, you went, opening night, everyone was going wild. They were selling, I think, $45 to $50 plastic Yoshi popcorn buckets, and people are actually buying these things?
There weren't, by the time the line at concessions was so long, by the time I got through the line, all of the Yoshis were gone.
Can you imagine
That's
this?
great. Good for the theaters.
But I hope the theater is seeing some of that money.
Well, I mean, it seems like there's a high profit margin because it's a cheap piece of plastic that probably costs 35 cents to make.
It's unbelievable. People line up to spend their money. But was the movie good?
I loved it.
Oh, so good.
I absolutely loved it.
Yay.
And TJ, I encourage you to go, perhaps even this weekend with your daughters, because the atmosphere was part of the reason I loved it so much. Jam-packed theater, people with Mario and Luigi hats. I had somebody with a Toad mushroom cap
Oh, that's
on.
fun.
Several applause breaks.
Yes.
Wow.
You see, I love that. I love going to a movie when it's like opening weekend because I want people to cheer because I want to cheer.
Yes.
Like I love that kind of stuff.
We need something. If it's Mario Brothers that brings us all together, that's a start. Let's just start
Gotta
there.
Start somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it was action-packed. I mean, the movie's close to 2 hours long, and I thought for a kid's movie, that's pretty long, but I didn't lose my attention for one bit.
Kenny brought something up that was really weird. Go ahead. Explain to J-Bo what you told me.
Well, I mean, I love the passion, and I love seeing kids into Mario, but they're pretty annoying in the theater.
Yeah.
He goes to a
running
kid's
around
movie.
He's a almost 40-year-old man.
Is it a kids movie though? I mean, it's our generation. Like Mario's our
It's a movie
generation.
for all.
It is a movie for all,
It's
but
multi-generational.
a lot of kids play video games. And then you've got, Kenny going, what did you expect? So that were they a little too
Well, I thought
rowdy?
maybe they'd be a little bit better behaved.
That's,
What are they
that's on
doing?
the parents.
Well, you had kids like literally running around the theater.
Yeah, welcome to parenthood.
A couple of kids just having their own conversation, not even about Mario the whole
See,
time.
that needs to be taken care of from the parent because it's like I understand Mario can be considered a kid's movie. However, I'm still paying to go see this thing, and like you have to tell them stop talking. Like I went to go see a movie. I don't even think it was a kid's movie, and there was a kid running around. And I was like, sit down.
You Caesar Milaned him.
Seriously, and he was like, at least, because I was at the top of the theater, he was at the very front with his parents, and he finally ran to his seat and sat down, and the tension in that room was relieved, and I can hear his mom saying, like, just stay right there. That shouldn't have been me.
Well,
if I'm paying for a ticket, you should be considerate enough to regulate your child, or just don't go.
No, I love that as a parent, I love that you're bold enough to step in on someone else's kid, which is not a popular opinion. Kenny hit the streets yesterday, college campus.
The new Mario Brothers movie is out. Are you excited about that?
I haven't watched the first one.
Okay.
But, I mean, it looks cool.
Do you have a Mario impression?
No, It's a me, Mario.
Yeah, it was great. It was really right on the
Really
money.
into it.
Yep.
I'm not. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Not the great voice,
Yeah,
but
that's okay.
It's pretty solid.
You picked the right guy, Kenny.
Yeah. Are you excited for the new Mario movie?
I didn't even know there's a new Mario movie coming out.
Yeah. The last one made $1 billion. I thought it was a pretty big deal.
I didn't
There's
even
a
watch
sequel.
that one.
You didn't watch the first one either.
Nah.
Okay, so in this place, there's not as much
I
passion.
guess not. Just since you didn't know, now you know.
They need a mushroom. No, wait, actually, don't do
No,
that.
don't give
Yeah.
them
No.
a mushroom.
Do you have a Mario impression?
Nah, I don't. I don't.
All right, so listen, if it's your
They
speed,
need a star. That's what they need.
they need a star. That's what I
Yeah.
meant. You know, something I just figured this out. This is why Mario is so complex. It is kind of like deep literature in a way.
Yeah.
You have to think about it and ruminate on it.
Prolific.
When I was a kid, I got very excited about the fact that Mario had a girlfriend and he was saving Princess Peach so that they could get back together. And I was really into their love story. Now, I assumed all that. I didn't realize, I actually don't think they're dating.
No.
Has that ever been talked about?
I think Mario was just doing a public duty, like a service. He's just rescuing the princess. I think people created their own storyline based on maybe what they wished they could be doing.
Well, yeah. I thought if you're going to go through all that, you guys are dating. But apparently they're not. You're right. I think he's doing a plumber public service, which is wild to me. And it just dawned on me today that this was the case. Yes.
Well, according to Nintendo, they say they're just good friends, in quotes.
Nintendo put out an
Nintendo
official
said
statement.
that, yes.
Where are you seeing that?
Google AI, so I mean, I guess take that with a grain of salt, but
What?
yeah,
They're
that's
just
what
good
it's saying.
friends. People do things for people just because, not because they're looking to get something back in return.
No,
or because it's their boo thing.
I understand that. But you're talking about fireballs and jumping over those huge things that you don't know if you're going to make it over and you die over and over and over again. He at least wants to date her.
People do that for their country.
But we do know that Bowser.
So I think he can do it for a friend.
Sure. Bowser most definitely has a crush on Princess Peach and wants to marry Princess Peach.
So he doesn't do any work. He just
No, he
lingers.
kidnapped her.
Kidnaps.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is wild.
That's a terrible way. You'd think she'd at least go on a date with Mario. Has that happened?
I don't know.
No, I wasn't
Why
in the
would
first
she owe
movie.
him a date?
I would just think you'd be naturally attracted to him
No.
for going through all of that. Yes.
DJ, so you're telling me if a giant turtle with spikes on its back kidnapped me and put me in a tower, you wouldn't come and try to save me?
Absolutely not. He would not.
To a certain point, but
No. He would sink the
You'd
Calvary. He
give
was like,
up
he's not gonna
eventually if
go.
it got too difficult?
well, first of all, I would get taken out with maybe 1 or 2 turtle shells in. I mean, have you seen those things?
Yeah.
There's at a certain point you got to give up unless you
Teacher
really.
wouldn't make it out of bed. Teacher's like, she what? Where? Oh, where's her husband Lewis at?
Okay, no, I'm just saying I'm surprised. Maybe at some point there's a love story that's going to brew. Maybe it's this
No.
movie.
Some people love their friends just as much as they love their significant others.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Well, anyway, what I'm getting to is
I would save you. I just want to put that, let you know.
You would go
that.
through all that?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
Then I
all
hope
right,
you feel
well,
bad.
thank
now.
you.
I don't know about that. I definitely would send Calvary.
this is the TJ Show.